Ad ban. This editorial argues that silencing media criticism through ad bans is a dangerous shortcut to control. Silencing criticism is no solution, whether the issue at hand is social, political, or of any other nature. Silencing means suppressing, a verb. Criticism means expressions of disapproval. This sentence means that suppressing critique does not solve any problem. Unsurprisingly, weak rulers have always struggled to grasp this simple truth. Weak rulers means incompetent leaders. Struggled means found it difficult. This sentence means that ineffective leaders fail to understand that censorship is not a remedy. In era after era, we have seen dictators attempt to control the press, to cajole, bribe, or browbeat newspapers and journalists into submitting to those they were meant to hold to account. Era after era means time and again. Dictators means authoritarian rulers. Control the press means dominate media reporting. Cajole means persuade with flattery or promises, verb. Bribe means offer money or favors to induce compliance, verb. Browbeat is an idiomatic expression meaning to intimidate with harsh language. Submitting means yielding or surrendering. This sentence means dictators use various tactics to force media obedience. In every such era, there were many who suffered for choosing to put the public interest above other considerations. Suffered means endured harm. Public interest means the welfare of the people. This sentence means journalists and media workers have often been harmed for prioritizing the public good. They endured physical violence, financial loss, and even pernicious lawfare. Endured means suffered. Pernicious lawfare is an idiomatic expression meaning misuse of legal processes to harm opponents. This sentence means that critics have faced violence, monetary setbacks, and abusive legal actions. Much of this suffering was borne with patience, because responsible newspapers and journalists always knew they could not abdicate their duty or betray the public's trust. Borne means endured. Patience means tolerance without complaint. Abdicate means to give up a responsibility. This sentence means that despite hardships, ethical media upheld their duty and trust. They believe Pakistan is made stronger by their sacrifices. They should be honored and remembered as the Pakistani media once again suffers one of the worst periods of repression and control. This sentence means that media sacrifices strengthen the nation, and they deserve recognition amid severe censorship. Last week, the Pakistan Federal Union of Journalists, in its Islamabad declaration, pointed out how both military and civilian dispensations have deployed government ads as a way to promote their own fake news. Pakistan Federal Union of Journalists is a proper noun referring to a journalist union. Islamabad Declaration is a formal statement issued in the capital. Dispensations means ruling administrations. Deployed means used strategically. Government ads are advertisements paid for by the state. Fake news is an idiomatic expression meaning false or misleading information. The sentence means that a journalist union has highlighted how governments use ad bans to suppress independent media. For context, government ads are being denied to publications which have chosen to pursue independent editorial policies, ostensibly to choke their revenues and force compliance. Denied means refused. Pursue independent editorial policies means follow their own unbiased reporting. Choke their revenues is an idiomatic expression meaning cut off their income. Forced compliance means coerce conformity. This sentence means that independent media are being deprived of state ads to pressure them into conformity. The PFUJ cited the example of this publication, Dawn, which has been denied advertisements by the federal and Punjab governments in particular since last October, because of its professional and critical approach in reporting and editorials. PFUJ stands for Pakistan Federal Union of Journalists. Cited means mentioned as evidence. This sentence means PFUJ uses Dawn as an example of media punished for being professional and critical. The Sindh government, too, has periodically withheld its ads for arbitrary reasons. Periodically means from time to time. Arbitrary means based on random choice. This sentence means that the Sindh government has also stopped ads without clear reasons. This is not the only way in which the authorities have tried to obstruct fair reporting. Obstruct means block or hinder. This sentence means authorities use multiple methods to stifle independent journalism. After the so-called Dawn leaks, the paper's circulation was blocked in large parts of the country, especially the cantonment areas, on the orders of certain individuals. Dawn leaks is a term referring to a controversial incident involving the publication. Circulation means the distribution of the newspaper. Cantonment areas are military zones. This sentence means that following the leaks, Dawn was suppressed in many regions. Jen Kumar Bajwa later reportedly stated that the crisis had been created so that his predecessor could secure an extension. Jen Kumar Bajwa is a proper name referring to a former military leader. Predecessor means one who held the position before. Secure an extension is a phrasal verb meaning obtain prolonged tenure. This sentence means Bajwa claimed the crisis was engineered to extend his predecessor's term. The current regime's attempt to punish the paper has taken a different form, but its aim is the same, to apply pressure tactics to gain compliance. Regime means the ruling government. Pressure tactics is an idiomatic expression meaning methods to force conformity. This sentence means the government uses various strategies to force media compliance. This publication always takes into consideration multiple angles when making editorial decisions. Others may not always agree with its stance, but pressure tactics will not force Dawn to abandon principled journalism. Its duty, first and foremost, is to maintain journalistic integrity. Journalistic integrity means adherence to ethical reporting. This sentence means that despite pressure, Dawn remains committed to fair journalism. Published in Dawn, March 5, 2025.